Hey guys, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Since the Karmic kept creeping so heavily into the first two reads about the Twin Flame Collective, let's take a look at the Karmic and the Divine Counterpart and see what's going on there. And we're gonna talk about what they want to tell you, because we ran out of time in the last video. Why they ran from the connection and why do they hold back? So let's see, first of all, what's going on with the Karmic and the Divine Counterpart. Karmic's asking for the truth in the situation. Karmic wants to talk about moving forward. Karmic's expecting an offer of love. I think she knows, though, or he knows, that there's some anxiety created in this relationship because the Divine Counterpart's holding on to the other twin. Hiding something, holding on, causing anxiety. They're holding on to something. And they're not thinking about the commitment. They're thinking about the twin. They're not thinking about the commitment because the twin is on their mind. And the secret is they're not going to be moving forward with the Karmic. So let's see what's going on with the Karmic and the Divine Counterpart. Karmic is using sex as a means to secure their future. There's something that the Divine Counterpart brings them in a manner of stability, perhaps, or maybe it's the other way around. So sex is being used as a trade for stability. So it's really kind of not love, and that's not exactly making the Karmic happy. Karmic knows that there's rejection coming on. Empress is in the reverse, so Karmic knows that they are not the one. So let's take a look. See what the Divine Counterpart's doing. Divine Counterpart is looking toward the past. They know they're not in communication with you, and they're not communicating with the Karmic. That they're really looking for stability, to build a life, to, gain some stability and future with someone. They don't believe the Karmic is it. They know that this is about money. Okay, this is about money between these two. They're telling each other they're great and fabulous and shit, but this is really about each other's stability. The masculine is looking back at, you're the moon, feminine, here. Looking back at the time with the feminine. He knows that something is missing. Knows that something is missing. But he's not communicating with the feminine. Or this could be for masculine. Switch it how you need to. Okay, you guys know the drill. This Divine Counterpart is looking at the other party. Reminiscing about the other party. Not communicating, of course, about that. Karmic senses that there's something else going on. They're not discussing it. This is about money. So they're keeping up the ruse and the facade of happiness and love and, as a result to secure their stability with one another and their own financial stability, right? No talk happening to the other counterpart. This Divine Counterpart knows that something is missing and it's the other party, right? They know they need to bring an apology for the way things were handled to the other party. So let's see what the blocks between the two of the people are, the Karmic and the Divine Counterpart. Yeah, secrets. Secrets about wanting to move forward toward the other twin for the counterpart here. Karmic is starting to feel the effects of not being the one. So Karmic is starting to feel the effects of this being not real. Secrets being hidden. she thinks or he thinks there is another party here. Okay, maybe that your counterpart is engaging in affair, so to speak, right? But this person here, the person that your karmic feels as though their partner is cheating on them with is you. Okay, so we're talking about a karmic, your divine counterpart, and your karmic. So the other woman, the other man is you, right? They know something's going on. They know as a result there's not going to be a commitment, there's not going to be transformation, and there's not going to be a discussion had about why they sense such a loss within the other party. And let's see what the moon's about. They're trying to move forward and bridge the gap, but the secret is that this will fizzle out very quickly. I think by the end of August, at least the end of Leo season, this will be a non-issue. It'll become stagnant, and each person is going to end up feeling trapped in this situation. The Wheel of Fortune, okay? Forward movement's going to be happening here. There is some karma that's going to be occurred over here by the other party. And at that time, there'll be a discussion about why there's juggling of two. Who was in this relationship with us that you couldn't let go of? And it's the divine counterpart they can't let go of. So this situation will end. There won't be marriage or anything as a result. And the twin flame is behind the breakup here, not physically, not intentionally, but they can't get over this person. Your counterpart can't get over you in the appropriate way. And as a result, will blow this relationship up too. And you see, there's kind of a little moon up there in the sky there. And that's you, twin. So let's see, how does the twin feel about the karmic? Let's take a look at that. About the current karmic. They're using that to prevent a heartbreak and to distract themselves from themselves, okay? So they're going to come into an agreement. They're coming into an agreement, okay? This is not a soulmate connection, of course. It's not a twin flame connection. And there's really not any happiness in this relationship. This is progressing forward as a result of need, 3D based need. And there's going to be a lot of judgment, a lot of fighting, a lot of things going on. The romance is going to be over almost before it begins. And the divine counterpart is going to have to find the guts to leave this situation. Yeah, the deception is that there's really not a lot of passion in between the two. There's going to be a lot of betrayal. There's going to be a lot of drama, right? Going to be a lot of feeling like you're chained to something that's not going anywhere. So your divine counterpart's going to feel chained to a karmic that's not going to take them anywhere but down, right? Let's see how the karmic feels about the twin. Okay. They're not going to feel a lot of victory in this situation, and they're not going to discuss their wishes or their hopes or their dreams here. It's going to be a lot of intoxication, a lot of self-medicating. So basically, if your twin is dealing with addiction issues or, drinking or whatever, right? They're gravitating toward this karmic to meet a need. They're also gravitating toward this karmic because they're afraid to step out of that environment to be better, to be more fulfilled, to be on the track to health and happy life, right? So that's why they've gravitated toward this person to begin with, right? I think that the karmic here is going to do whatever it takes to make this situation work. but it's not a pure thing. There's going to be a lot of manipulation. So there's going to be a lot of emotional manipulation in the way that I'm emotionally helpless. I'm helpless. I need for you to help me, right? Damsel in distress type of situation. Or, you know, for the male counterparts, you know, same thing. In order to get love. So they have to fake situation in order to gain love from somebody, right? They have to trick somebody in order to get love from somebody. And actually, trickery has kind of been the theme for these last two videos, right? So the twin is getting that reflection back to them. This actually at the end is going to be a no, right? So this is the yes and this is the no. There are many options. So the karmic actually is going to be discarding the divine counterpart for someone else before she's out or he's out the door. They're using, okay? And there's not going to be any commitment in the situation. So she's going to say, well, you know, if you don't give me what I want, then I've got lots of options I can choose from. And so then that's what's going to be happening. Divine counterpart's going to be left not understanding why none of these relationships work out. Okay, so that's what's going to be happening there. Let's talk about why does the twin run from the relationship? Why do they run from the connection? Why do they run from the connection? Let's just take a quick look. They have an issue with attention, number one. Okay, so synchronicities are abounding. Something's been taken off the table because the feminine walked away, right? We talked about that, and now things are about to blow up. The lesson here is to learn to live in the present moment. Today. What does it look like today? What does my life look like today? What does this connection look like today? Mainly the reason why the person runs from the connection is because they continually get triggered. This person is seeking relationships to fulfill 3D needs. Housing, a bank account, an ATM, status, clout, ego trips, pride. They seek validation from other people in a way that they feel like these people's opinions of them, you know, solidify and verify who they are. That gives them happiness. They're constantly in a survival mode, right? Instead of being in a place of empowerment, they continuously live in a survival mode. They don't know when they're going to be able to live their life without living from paycheck to paycheck or from partner to partner to fulfill their 3D needs, right? So codependency, not being able to be alone, not being willing or able to take up for themselves or to do for themselves, or to understand that, you know, sometimes independence and independence from validation from others and being able to pick up your own pieces is healthy. Not relying on others for your livelihood or your emotional fulfillment or your validation is healthy. Obsession. They are overindulge when they do. They haven't found a happy medium. They're either straight sober or fucked up all the time, right? There's not a happy medium for them. I think they're about to reveal to you, to confess to you. They don't think very highly of themselves, right? They don't feel like on their own they're enough. They have to have a team of people, or they have to have someone in their corner, because they don't feel like that they're enough. And they don't fight fair sometimes either. So this is a physical issue. They're embarrassed of the way they look, or they're embarrassed of how their life is, or where they live, or something about their life they're not very proud of. And I think they use karmic, so they run from this connection because they don't want you to see that. They don't feel like they're worthy, they're good enough for you, right? They may feel like maybe you're more attractive than they are, or maybe you're better off financially than they are. And how are you ever going to consider them on the same level? And that's a lot of reason why they run, and there's silence and non-action. This feels like a little bit of a divorce, right? That you've just, in some way, there's been an agreed, irreconcilable differences here. It feels like it's final. It's not. They're stuck in their own mind about their self-loathing and their lack of confidence and their lack of motivation to do for themselves and their need for validation from others. What they want is long-term relationship, but they're going to compromise, I think, for this karmic. They're going to settle for this karmic who's lesser than what they deserve, because they don't feel like they deserve anything better. There's going to be a spiritual awakening happening for you and possibly for your twin. There may be a lot of flying monkeys, okay? Maybe a lot of flying monkeys. You may have been made to feel like you are the person who's incurring all of the bad will as a result of this situation. You may be being made out to be the bad guy, when actually this person's the bad guy, right? But because they seek validation and people are only hearing a quarter of the story, you may be being made out to be the bad guy, right? So, for example, let's say that a man's having an affair on his wife with another party. Party doesn't know the man's married. Man blows his life up because of this other counterpart. When the other counterpart doesn't comply to the demands of this person, then that person's made out to be a homewrecker or a bad person or unfaithful person or a cheater or just everything you can imagine, that they're no good, right? When in fact, they were a victim of this person's actions. So something kind of like that, gossip, pettiness, jealousy. There may be jealousy in this situation because you may be financially secure. You may be a very attractive person. You may be able to handle, be resilient about life and what comes at you. You may be a person that stands on your own 2 feet, okay, and makes it or breaks it. And I think because this person hasn't figured out that they're capable of that yet, there's a lot of envy and gossip and flying monkeys happening, right? Could be, you know. They're in denial. They're not facing the truth about themselves, and they will continue to run until they face the truth. Pretending, fake, living beyond means. Like I said, you know, I think that this karmic is basically an ATM for this person, or vice versa. And the cloud or the validation that they get from this karmic is worth whatever the money they're shelling out, or they may need a place to live, or whatever the hell the situation is, right? They're going to continue to fake it because it benefits them. When it stops benefiting them, though, you watch out. I think there's going to be some sort of intervention on your part, especially with this gossip situation. I think that maybe someone will maybe stand up and say the truth or speak the truth about what really happened or what's really happening. There may be an opportunity for you to do so. So there's just a few reasons of why they're running from this connection. The divine masculine feels, some divine masculines may feel crushed, sad, broken when they're alone. So they use the karmics, or they use substances, or they use sex, or they use whatever as a distraction. Because when they're busy, I mean, they don't have to think about what's wrong with their life, right? They don't have to think about how to fix it. So let's see kind of why they hold back. Why are they holding back? Want to be in control of the situation. They want to be in control of the speed with which the relationship happens. They want to be in control of the commitment. When is it offered? You know, because they anticipate you're just going to be there to snatch it up, right? They don't want to incur any burdens. They hold back because in reality, they may fake romance. They may fake this and that and the other with the other person. They're not feeling that way. This is about a control. They don't want problems. They don't want burdens. They don't want to face their own shit. Why would they, want to help somebody else through theirs, right? This is all about sex. This is about needs being fulfilled. This is about conquest. I feel like your partner feels like they can't conquer you like they do everyone else. And so they're kind of not understanding. So sometimes you may be a little bit of an enemy. The secret is they lack in every possible way. They cannot pick themselves up. They hold on to you and they hold on to happiness that they felt with you. But right now, they don't want a solid relationship. What they want is to run from person to person to person to person to have their needs fulfilled. Not interested in commitment. That's a hole they got to fix in themselves. This thing with the karmic's going to blow up. But they hold back because they know they've got to put in the work with you. They've got to really bring the shit with you, right? Because you can see right through them. And that's what twins do. We see through each other, right? See through each other's walls and templating and bullshit, right? So this person has got to close out a cycle of emotional cutting. So that's what they're doing. They're emotionally cutting themselves with each karmic relationship. They've got to decide to heal these old wounds and heal this heartbreak before they can move forward. So they hold back because, are they in a good state of mind to be with you? Do you even want them the way they are right now? No, not until they do their healing. So they hold back because they know that they've got to bring it. Right now, they're not even capable of bringing it for themselves. Wish fulfillment. They may have backslid back into some drinking or self-destructive behaviors. Okay? So let's see, what is it that your twin wants to tell you? We'll do two separate versions of that. What does your twin want to tell you? So this one is the runner, Confessions of a Runner. So if you're dealing with a runner twin and you're trapped in a toxic cycle like that, let's see what these have to say. Past Past relationships haunt me, so many painful memories. Amen. I'm facing so many challenges in my life, I feel like I'm sinking with no way out. Well, that's their own fault. It was so love at first sight. My feelings for you scare me senseless. And I can be a confession from a runner as well. Because this is exactly the reason why I ran. Because it was so scary. I was like, you know, I mean, I'm not made speechless by a lot. Not that you guys can tell, but this made me speechless. And I was like, what the hell with that? It was so love at first sight. My feelings for you scare me senseless. I know that I need to apologize. I can't forgive myself. I'm so in love with you. I want you now. Why can't you be single? Well, I think that's what you're saying to them, maybe. Because I think it's kind of proven that, or it could be you that's not single, right? I mean, you could be in a committed relationship or whatever. Maybe they're using the karmics to get back at you, what have you, but this basically boils down to the timing being off all the time in this relationship. You deserve so much more. What do I really have to offer you? Again, they don't feel like they have financial things to offer. They're not good enough. They're not good looking enough, whatever, right? You are very spiritual, and I feel clueless. Did you put a spell on me? I can't stop thinking about you, and it's driving me insane. Yeah, that's a common theme with twins. I mean, it's like, you know, when you want to blame the other person. You were the love of my life at the wrong time of my life. Amen to that. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so let's see here what else we've got. At the wrong time of my life. The wrong time. All right. Life has been empty without you. I try to distract myself by going out with my friends or with karmics. You were my sanctuary. You were the only person I could confide in, and I betrayed your trust. Yes. You were my best friend, and I cherished our friendship above all others. Yeah. Well, you can't be lovers if you can't be friends, okay? In the story. So basically, Karmic is using him. He's using her, or she's using him, and she's using her, whichever one. This is about self-confidence issues, self-loathing issues, self-destructive issues. They know they need to apologize, and they know that no matter what, there's no karmic that's ever going to fulfill them the way that you did. So, that's what I have for you guys for your Twin Flame Collective. I hope you enjoyed this series of videos, and I'll see you guys soon with second half.